5-minute drive. We are alive. We hope you're alive for the 5-minute drive.
A little mellow one for him today.
Yeah, we're feeling a little mellow today.
It's been a while. We haven't done one of these for a little bit.
Yeah, we've been doing all sorts of other videos, seeing what really feels good, what we're inspired to do, and that's always a good thing, I see. Trying new stuff on.
Oh yeah. Well, we just had this like super duper kind of a tough conversation with each other over here at the Draper Farmans Crossing, which is awesome, by the way.
That's our new meeting spot. That's where our office is.
Yeah. But so kind of in this space of just, I think, walking really close to the spirit right now, because it's interesting when like I would call it Nate coming at me, but it doesn't feel like that when you're having a conversation with someone and you could just really listen, but talking about like hard stuff, because I feel like we've been going through hard stuff, because I've been super scared about this whole love truth thing, and I don't know what's going on, and we're, you know, I put my school on hold, and it's like financially, and then, you know, just having a lot of fear, and then doing all this social media, and we're talking about cyberbullying, we're talking about all this stuff, and so anyway, I'm thankful for the conversation I was able to have with Nate today.
Yeah, it was a big one, and I see we've had a few of these, and really I see that's what builds connection between us, and even connection with other people, is we're able to sit in that space and love and respect ourselves, at the same time as love and respecting each other, and coming from a place of learning. When we sit down and talk, I know that's one thing I've had to learn to communicate. You know, I'm trying to stay in a space where I'm not changing because it's coming from love, where I just want to say what's my truth, and I also want to hear his truth, and that leads us to being able to grow and be inspired and go to that next thing. Because I also, was talking to him about my fears. I mean, I'm the one that actually started as like, he's going back to school, and I was like afraid that meant something. So I was like, I just need to talk about it to make sure that I don't allow my story, because out of fear, to go in a direction that I'm constantly thinking something that's not so. So I'm going to do the hard thing and have a conversation around, hey, I'm a little nervous about this thing. Where does it fit in with my idea, right? Even though I know that G's hooking us up in any way, shape, or form we need, it's just my story or my idea or my ego wants to get involved to keep me so-called safe, And that's when I know it's time to have a conversation that's gonna really build us, but we're gonna have to go through that little bit of a struggle, that little bit of a insecure vulnerability that really is what I need every time to grow with Levi, because we have this intense connection that I've never experienced with another human being, to be quite honest with you.
I totally feel the same way. There's been so many times when I've been so nervous about having the hard conversation with you, with my wife, with a friend, with my mom, with my dad, with a sibling. Like just sitting down and sharing what's my truth, what's inside of me, what am I feeling, how am I feeling, and maybe shedding a little tear, maybe just being completely vulnerable. But how many times, and I've been doing all this social media stuff, and I've been getting so caught up in it because it's felt, there's a part of that feels so superficial, and trying to package our beautiful Love True movement that we just believe wholeheartedly in, and that, I'm all in on and have support from my wife, and I just, you try and package that and put it out in there in the world, and, we've got apparel sales, and, truly just trying to do good, but being able to have hard conversations in our lives. I guess if anyone's watching this today and and that means something to you, then cool. But I think sitting down and just saying with someone, hey, I just need to have a hard conversation with you for a minute, and just starting, letting it be messy.
Yeah, and I see it, that's so golden. And I know that going into it, and I let go of, I'm going to do it right, or I'm going to be nice about it because I know I've got to get it out. And as long as I keep checking in and being love in it, that I know it is going to be messy. And that's okay, because as I go and as I practice it, the person gets to see the real me and know the fears inside of me, so that it's out there and we can actually do something about it. You know, because I have these same things come up. I just see that when I held them in, they just got bigger and bigger. And something very small like, hey, I'm afraid of you going to school because of the time it'll take, or you still all in, or what's going on. If I would have kept that inside, it would have just kept building, instead of talking about it and being like, oh, that makes sense now. You want to go to school because then that's a way to other people can approach it and say, oh, okay, he has a degree in mental health. That makes sense. You know, he studied this and he's already started it. I mean, and that's the thing I see that allows me and Levi to connect, and really us and all the people around us, is looking at the hard conversation as an opportunity to grow and connect with the people, even though it's going to take some work. How beautiful it is, and how it takes us to the next thing, and really it encapsulates what Love True is about. It's about being your truth and being love in it. You know, there's nothing about Love True that's like, oh, it's not going to be messy or hard, it's this quick fix. You know, it's about being genuinely yourself and excited about it enough that you're willing to let that part of you out. And I see that personally in me, the growth in that, continually, like, and having a person that's able to hold that space for me. And I see it with him and everybody that he comes in contact with, him constantly stretching himself to be the truest, purest version of himself. And that not only motivates me, but it inspires me to see that in me and to keep that going in me.
All right, we ran out of a little storage space on Nate's iPhone, but we wanted to do a wrap up. Wanted to say we love you. Wanted to say thank you if you're watching the video, and if you got something out of it, cool. If
Thank
you
you
didn't,
for all your support.
Yeah, but it's a ride, and to be honest with you, I don't think we're sure where it's going. We don't have a big whiteboard somewhere in a fancy office where this all makes sense in a little recipe, A plus B equals C. So, you know, thanks for following along. If you want to pick up a hat or shirt, cool. If you don't, cool. If you really need one, let us know and we'll just give it to you.
Right.
So
if you don't have the means and you want to be a part of the cause, let us know. We love it.
And we'll get there anyway.
Yeah.
But you know, so hard conversations.
Yeah. And really the beautiful thing I see about this is we had a hard conversation, and then Levi wanted to make a video, and I think that's what's coming out of that, is going, we want to have those with you. We want you to see the real and raw us and see why it works for us and why we're so happy and excited in all this, is because we're truly doing the stuff that is, you know, so-called hard, by having those hard conversations and moving forward in it. So thank you for your love, support. If you want to get involved in any way, shout out. We are totally open to whatever that looks like, and we will keep moving forward, keep doing the hard stuff, and we will keep love truing in all that we are doing. Love you.